second morning of the Rooster Road Trip found our truck pointing east to meet with North Dakota's Cedar Creek Pheasants Forever chapter president, Ben Gaumont, and his two golden retrievers, Lola and Maggie.
Yeah, there's Goldings that are way more prettier than these, but they don't hunt like these do. No.
Ben also happens to be a wildlife and range science research assistant professor at the Hettinger Research Extension Center, and he proved to be a fantastic wealth of knowledge.
Today we're at a little new planting, new grass planting, and we'll see how it goes. And we're gonna have to get in the kochia, and it's gonna be real tall, but there's some areas where they've interseeded oats with it. And so we're just gonna try to catch those birds in some of those lower areas where we're gonna be able to maybe get them without them eluding us in that thick kochia. And the birds have been a bit wild this year, even though it's very early in the season. So those birds are just gonna flush, and you're just gonna have to let them go, and we're gonna try to circle them so they start to hold tight, because this is cover they don't wanna leave.
One key piece of information Ben passed along was that North Dakota's plots program includes more than 3,100 acres of highly diverse new grass establishments that, when found, could equal hitting the honey hole. Not surprisingly, we decided to put this theory to the test right away.
Good girls, come on. And this place is a real bear. It gets real tough to find them. Maggie, come on. Lola. Hate to yell because she'll just tell every bird and the police will fly away. Come on, Lola, get in there. We probably should start like having someone hang so we can pivot.
Well, we're kicking them in front of us somehow.
Yeah, they're moving up ahead of us. Yep. What's that one? That's a hen.
No, you don't want them all gone.
No, that's right. You need them to be able to stay around. But they're just so far ahead of us flushing up, even the ones that are flushing. It's just nasty. Until we get on top of the hill, you can see the light brown, that's oats mixed in with it, or that kind of, I don't know, lighter colored stuff. That'll make it a little easier walking. There's a little bowl like right on the other side of this hill, and that's where they seem to all kind of just go and hang. Okay. Yeah, so. Oh, he's got a rooster. That dog just caught one.
Will caught one.
I swear, one just came up and he was right on it. You take them how you can get them some days. You have to get the bird. Come on, get in here. Oh, I didn't know you were down there. It's a wet one in there, Lola. What are we smelling? What are we smelling? You knew they were somewhere, didn't you, Mag? Come on, go get a rooster. Go get him. Roosters.
Good bird. Good retrieve. Good. Nice.
Come on, Lola, fetch him up. Come on, fetch it up. Come on. Come on, Lola. Release. Good girl. Nice. Oh, this one was yours. I didn't shoot this one.
Thank you.
Yeah, good girl. Maggie, come on. You're gonna drop it right there, huh? That's not what you're supposed to do, but it's good enough. Beautiful. Got a few there at the end. Whew, some tall stuff in there. The birds just kept getting further and further ahead of us, but you just kind of keep pushing them until we cornered a few here, and we got a few out of here. That's pretty good. They kind of just hold in this corner there.
We were once hunting with a guy, and the thing he kept on hammering us on was always touch the corner post.
Yeah.
He's like, always walk it to the post.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be just one bird just that you pinched all the way there.
That's,
like, just hold out.
That's great advice, because that's absolutely the truth. You know, despite the drought, production in some areas is pretty good, because all I've mostly shot this year has been young birds.
4 birds in the bag, we pivoted toward the truck and finished out our walk through this kochia-filled plots property. Luckily, as we neared the end of the field, Bob was able to connect on one more rooster, which added an exclamation point to an already productive morning.
Yep. Come here, Ash. Come on, bud. Good baby. Can you get it? Good girl. The colors of fall right there. They don't get any prettier.
With temperatures climbing, the group decided to move on and put our efforts toward a wildlife management area that from afar appeared rather broomy and unproductive. But it was also home to habitat where we'd been finding birds the past 2 days. Thick cattails.
It's so odd that this early in the season they're already in the cattails.
Yeah.
It's my brain doesn't accept that, but that's where it is, and maybe I just don't want to walk in it when it's 70 degrees.
Well, the good thing about today is there's a few spots you'll have to walk in it, but for the most part it's pretty thin.
Oh, okay.
So the dogs will be able to do the walk.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, so
That's why we have dogs, right?
that's why they're here.
Would you say you're at home in the cattails?
I mean, as much as I don't want to admit it, it does feel a lot like home. No bird, no bird.
It's a dainty little French Brittany. You're supposed to be out here in the open stuff, but you just want to be a little cattail hound. Thinks he's a big dog. It's too hot.
By the end of the second walk, Ben managed to drop one more rooster and then we parted ways. With Ben heading home and us trying to escape the midday heat, we went to meet up once again with precision ag and conservation specialist Emily Spoliart and her English Cocker Spaniel, Bridger, for one last walk through a waterfowl production area.
My favorite thing about Bridger is every single day he makes me laugh out loud. He's just so funny, like they just have so much personality.
Lets him get away with murder sometimes though, because it's hard to take him seriously. It's like, oh, did you just really do that?
Man, the cutest thing he does is the worst thing for hunting. He'll see a dog on point, he watches all the pointing dogs. It could be 100 yards away and he's like, there's a bird there, and
that's smart though.
It's so cute, because he's so happy. And then he goes into flush and he's like bouncing up real high and his ears are flying in the wind, you know. I love it. I like a little chaos in my hunts.
We're all here just to get birds and have a good time. You can't take yourself too seriously, right?
Yep.
Well, we just wrapped up the last walk of the North Dakota leg of our Rooster Road trip. We keyed in on a waterfowl production area, but a group beat us to the prime spot. As you know, that happens on these public lands. So we made a quick plan B, went further down and found a creek to kind of follow back to some cattails, because we've been finding birds in the thick stuff the entire time we've been in this state.
Hunting cattails is honestly not my favorite thing to do, especially when it's 70 degrees out, but it did finally pay off towards the end of our walk. Bridger has tiny legs, but he fights hard for those cattails, and he finally pushed a couple birds out of there. Rooster flushed first, and I took a shot at him and dropped him, and then a hen flushed, and Bridger was able to find him down underneath some matted cattails, and so we got one bird in the bag, so I guess it was worth all the busting cattails.
It's always worth it. That was a phenomenal way to wrap up the North Dakota leg of the Rooster Road trip, and now it's time to keep those wheels turning.
After being treated to another beautiful North Dakota sunset, we made a pit stop at Emily's house to cook up some of our hard-earned birds. Paired with carrots, wild rice, and great company, it was the perfect way to say goodbye to this great state as we turned the truck south towards South Dakota with 2 days of fantastic hunts behind us and 3 more days of opportunity just over the horizon.